Look, it's all zeros. 0% financing, 0% down, 0% repairs and labor costs for 10 years. Experience the premier difference today. Financing is available with approved credit. Offer expires 9/30/2024. Premier Heating and Air is offering system checkups. Heat or AC, your choice, $49. Free estimate restrictions may apply, and this offer can't be combined with other offers. Experience the premier difference today. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm here with head coach and athletic director of Dublin High School, Roger Holmes. Coach, coming off a big 56-0, I think, victory over there, drudgery I'll call it, over Jefferson County on a good road victory. I call it the Bostic and Bats highlight film, and sprinkle a little Micah O'Neill in there. From what I saw, a lot of folks got to play in the ball game. I counted maybe 7 or 8 different running backs running the football. A lot of good things defensively happened that night. I think Dejon Woodard may have got an interception. I think we had another interception by a young man.
Jamarcus Knight had a pick six.
Yeah. J-Man had a pick six and for a touchdown. So Vandy's got by a meal for somebody somewhere, I think, on that. And a kickoff, I think Ryland Yates ran down and recovered a kickoff, a fumble there. So had a lot of good things happen defensively that night, which I think it showed to me. We kind of knew going in there Jefferson may have been a little bit down. The record wasn't real good. The kids could have just kind of had a mediocre week of practice and decided they'd go over there and maybe win a 21-7 game, something like that. But this football team, to me, is kind of coming in its own. They had a really good week of practice, I think. They put their mindset behind them that they were going to go in there and do what the coaches expected of them and come out with a victory. What are your thoughts on?
Well, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head about a great deal of the information. You know, for us, we challenged our young men the last time we went on the road. We went to Southwest Macon. Road game, came out, before the lights got hot, we were down 12-0.
We were.
So, you know, part of the challenge to our young men was to have the maturity to stay focused, go out and jump on a football team early, not you know, have that mental letdown with the travel and just the difference in the, you know, your routine. They handled that very well. You know, we focused a great deal defensively during our open date week. You know, we wanted to make some things happen on the defensive side of the football and running to the football and gang tackling and those type things. We felt like we did a better job of that the other night. You know, all in all, it was a real solid performance. Our PAT man,
Uric Andrews.
Uric did a really good job. Was perfect on his extra points again the other night.
Two weeks in a row.
2 games in a row that we haven't missed an extra point. I felt like Ethan Spivey, who handles our kickoffs, had his best night to this point with some consistency on his kickoffs, and so we're getting better there.
Those things are important. That's the special teams.
Well,
you know, over the years, you can win or lose a game on special teams, and I think, you know, you've always preached you want to win the special teams battle.
That's a key that we hang our hat on around here. You know, we've got a lot of coaches that have been different places and so on and so forth, and they say quite often, we spend more time on special teams here than anywhere I've ever been. And we do put a lot of emphasis on it because I do think that will win or lose a game for you. You know, when we get into the playoff era,
it's important.
My history as a football coach, field goals late in games,
right.
have always played a major factor in runs that we've had and opportunities to go deep in the playoffs. So kicking game is huge, no doubt about that. We were able to play a lot of young men, as you mentioned the other night. Our second offense took the ball down the field and got in the end zone. I thought that was a huge deal because the week before when we put them in, we did not move the ball down the field and get points. So, we got out of the game pretty healthy and hopefully a really good learning experience.
One thing before we go to break, Coach, is we'll mention last night during the Touchdown Club meeting, you brought a young man in and awarded him Player of the Week, and that's not only what they do in the game that night, but all week long in practice.
Right.
It's how they practice and how they did in the game, and the Touchdown Club, I believe, awarded Quantavious Lovett, number 27, with our Player of the Game. Big tall kid.
Yeah, Quantavious he's one of those young men that's had a really solid season to this point. He's getting better. We use him, we alternate him at tight end with our other defensive end, Brandon Chapman.
Right.
And those two guys are our starting defensive ends. He led our team the other night in points for tackles for loss, sacks, quarterback pressures, assists, solos. He was second on the team actually in points the other night. Jamarcus Knight, a backup, led the team with his pick six.
Right.
Has a lot of point value to it. But he also played real well on offense. He's done a good job for us. He's continued to improve. And if he does that, he's got a bright future. We got to get him in the weight room and put some bulk on him as time goes on, and he's got a really good future.
Coach, I think it'd be a good time to take a break now and have a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back with some Jefferson County highlights.
Friendly Gus says what you need for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Come by and get a 3-piece combo, 2-piece pork chop combo, or a 2-piece white meat special, each for just $7.49. All combos come with tater logs and a drink. You can also get a family meal deal, 8 pieces of chicken, tater logs, rolls, all for just $18.99. Come by in the morning, check out our breakfast. Sausage biscuit patties are just 99 cents. Steak biscuits, 2 for $6. We have these specials and so much more, so come by and enjoy Friendly Gus today. Friendly Gus, serving Middle Georgia for over 100 years.
We have natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity.
And it's lighter than air. When you install natural gas appliances,
You can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $7,500.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
it's a luxury.
We're on call 24/7.
You'll call us and we'll be there.
Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered.
We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Yeah. Finish the drill with natural gas. Call your gas guys.
At 478-277-5048.
Hi, I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Flooring and Construction. We're growing to meet your needs. We now have locations in Dublin, Georgia and in Eastman, Georgia. You can find us at 371 Georgia Highway 338 in Dublin, phone number 478-676-2662, or in Eastman, Georgia at 234 Main Street, phone number 478-559-1280. We look forward to serving all your flooring and construction needs.
You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today and bring home a colorful poolside. Now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.
This or that's part of playing the game.
I thought we might have had more people at the game the other night than they did.
We did. We did.
It's funny because their stadium, like, parts of it resemble ours a little bit, like the way the press box and their field turf looks nice. All right. Whenever you're ready, you are good to go.
Okay, Coach, we're back here. Let's go ahead and look at some really nice highlights of this 56-0 victory we had over Jefferson County last Friday night.
All right, here's our second offensive play of the game, and that's Zay Bostic running off tackle to the left. And, you know, the thing that was probably the most impressive about that is they showed up in a totally different defense than they had shown and we'd worked with. We made a call, changed the blocking scheme up front, and we probably haven't used that blocking scheme in 5 weeks, and the kids executed it perfectly. So that was a huge thing for us there offensively. We've got them pinned deep here on their opening drive, and you know, we talked about all those hats getting to the ball. Well, if you look right there,
there they are.
There's all 11 hats getting to the football, and that's something that we've tried to stress is be a complete defensive team. And, you know, that can turn out huge this week against Northeast because one guy's not going to tackle that running back they have. Bad snap, and again, there's Quantavious Lovett, who was our player of the game, getting off a block there at defensive end, accelerating upfield, and making a big tackle. And I think they had a holding penalty on him anyway, and we still got by with it.
We called his name a lot the other night.
Yeah, he had a great night. And here we are, we're running our tackle trap, which is always a play that, you know, we try to hang our hat on and do a good job with. And that's Trav Bostic, Zay, his brother, senior, his brother, had the first touchdown, and that's Zay. We're using a little trickery, if you will, on our extra point here. They didn't line up properly, and Micah took advantage of it. We allow him to make that decision at the line of scrimmage. He makes the call based on how we have taught him what to look for, and so this was his decision to use that as an extra point attempt, and now instead of getting the one, we're up 15-0.
Good blocking and good shielding there.
Yep. Again, a lot of hats. All 11 guys on the football team are over there at the football. So, you know, those are areas where the fans may not see that improvement, but as a coach, you know, and the things that we're working on and trying to get done, it shows up right there.
No loafing.
When we started charting loafs in our game film, and so we had some guys in practice on Monday have to get a few extra up downs for not flying to the football. There's a big play right here. This is DJ Woodard, Dijon, making a pick right here. We're in man coverage, and he takes his guy who's running across the field on a post route inside. Does a great job of trading it off and right where he needed to be to make the play.
A really nice slide and catch there along the ground to keep that ball.
And he's excited, and we're glad that he's excited. This is Willie Batts. It's a big game for the Batts family. They've got a lot of family, and his dad played at Jefferson County, and he said they'd been talking trash to him for about a week and a half going into that game. And so this is Willie Batts getting out in the open and taking a long run. So you see right now we've had 3 different running backs score touchdowns in our first 3 offensive scores, and that's huge.
Like I said, I think 7 or 8 ran the ball that night for your football team.
Yeah, here's Willie Batts again, a play that we haven't ran a lot this year, but it's just the rocket sweep. Willie hits that edge and does a pretty good job right here getting the ball down inside the 20. I think that was about a 30-yard run for him. Back to our fullback here with Zay Bostic, and a heck of a block right there out of Azante Walker, who's in for Trav at that wingback position.
Good block on a linebacker there.
Yeah, that was Azante. You know, he's starter B, if you will. He could start on either side of the football, but he's kind of a jack of all trades, and we let him work around and work.
We call his name every single game.
Oh yeah, this is you know, people are getting to where they're really wanting to overload the side that we roll to when we punt. They lined up and gave it to us. We made a check again at the line of scrimmage, and Micah's dropping his shoulder right there and picking up a big first down on a fake punt.
Like to see the physicality of your quarterback there.
Yeah, that's he's a tough young'un. There ain't no doubt about that. And there's Willie Batts again on the same play that he scored on earlier.
Constant pressure by your defensive line all night too, Coach.
Yeah, they did a good job. There's another accelerated move out of 27. Love it. Getting upfield, making penetration with a little stunt move and getting a tackle for loss.
It was really good to see the Irish faithful show up over there in Jefferson County the other night. As
Yeah.
you can see, we had a lot more folks than they did there at the ball game.
Yeah, we were mentioning off air. I think we had a bigger crowd maybe than they did. Here's a good job by our middle linebacker, Jordan Tobridge. He's playing downhill a little bit better right here. He avoids the block, sees his gap, hits his gap running, makes it for a big tackle for loss. Excellent job again by him. He's getting better, and we got to have him getting better because he can be a huge key as the night goes. Here's our first offensive play of the second half, and again, it's a long touchdown run by Zay Bostic. You'll see it come up right here in the corner, folks. Want to hope it's official on the right-hand side right here. Handles it out. You can see him right there going down the sideline, and he catches a cramp. And, man, it's like he got shot.
Yeah.
It scared everybody now, but as it turned out, I think it was a pulled hamstring. He went down pretty hard.
Ran some time off of our clock, too.
Yeah, we had a running clock the whole second half, and that's frustrating in the opportunity to get some playing time for a lot of those young kids, but there's another big TFL, and that's Doherty, sophomore defensive end in the game with a big tackle for loss and a good job. Here's the nice pick we talked about, an interception return for a touchdown. That's our first one of the year, our first defensive touchdown. And what I loved about it more than anything is watching these kids get excited right here about scoring points on the defensive side of the football. Just a tremendous amount of enthusiasm.
A lot of hats to the ball on that play, too.
Oh, yeah. And here's your big play. I think Zay Bostic actually came up with this recovery. But you're flying down the field. They turn it over. We get the ball right back here. Now we're down in the red zone. Azante Walker had a long run that got us down to this point. Gets tackled on about the 1 yard line as the fourth quarter changes. Our center, he thought he was out, and his backup was in, but Big Baby had to hustle back on the field, and we give the ball to Azante Walker. He gets it in the end zone for us and kind of seals the night.
Great offensive push there by your offensive line coach. Great offensive push pretty much all night long. What we're going to need to see is that again this week.
Well, it won't be as easy, I can promise you that, but physicality will be a big key as we come back and talk about what we got going into the Northeast next week.
Right, we'll take a break now and come back and have a word from our sponsors.
Well, it's finally my time of year again. It's hunting season at Roach Farm and Garden. Don't let your deer go hungry. Roach Farm and Garden has your plot covered. We got oats, buck forage, soybeans only $20 a bag, wildlife blends, 3-way, 5-way, 6-way, and 7-way, Australian winter peas, wheat, and all the clovers, crimson, Uchi, and Landino, radishes, and more. Need something to spread seed or fertilizer? Roach Farm and Garden just got a new shipment of 3-point spreaders. Need a place to sit? Roach Farm and Garden has Millennium stands and chairs, plus blinds and the best tower stands available. Don't run out of feed. Roach Farm and Garden carries feed for just about everything and a full line of pet and livestock supplies. Trophy rocks, salt blocks, attractants, Antler Extreme, Godfrey FRM deer feed. We even got the feeders to put it in. Moultrie and Boss Buck. Need a go hunting pass? Roach Farm and Garden can get you permission. We have plants, trees, shrubs, hanging baskets, and a big shipment of mums, plus a showroom full of goodies. Don't let your feet get wet and cold. Pick up a new pair of boots at Roach Farm and Garden. We carry Rocky, Georgia, and Ariat, plus a full line of Carhartt clothes. Want to change your luck and put a buck in your truck? Voodoo is at the register. Pick you up a bottle. It just makes sense. So get on in here and let Roach Farm and Garden help you with your hunting season. 2 locations, Dublin and Wrightsville.
Georgia Pools is now your authorized RecTech dealer. Summer's here and the temperature's rising, so make a big splash with friends and family now with a pool from Georgia Pools. Or relax in a luxurious hot tub or sauna. No down payments and easy financing. Don't wait a year for your pool. Georgia Pools has the manpower to get the job done. Georgia Pools has a large selection of pool chemicals and accessories. Come see our selection of Yeti coolers, tumblers, cups, and more. Call Georgia Pools today at 478-275-3607 or come by and see us at 1201 Hillcrest Parkway in Dublin. Georgia Pools, your authorized RecTech dealer.
Join the fitness community at Fairview Fitness Center, open 24 hours with staffed hours every day. We have professional trainers and classes including yoga, aerobics, water aerobics. Join today and start off with a fitness orientation for our free weights and our machine weights. Come check out our basketball and racquetball courts. Fairview Fitness Center, located at 200 Industrial Boulevard. Call 478-353-1900 and become a part of Fairview Fitness Center.
Okay, we're back. Coach Holmes, I tell you, we got a battle coming into the Shamrock Bowl Friday night. We're 5-0 as a football squad so far. Got our, what I'll say, and I think everybody knows, is probably our toughest foe for the year coming in. A Northeast squad, I think, is probably undefeated. Rankings, to me, go out the window this early. Polls, they go out the window. I think they're down sitting about number 6 or 7. Dublin's sitting up there at number 2 right now. But this early in the season, we throw those things I do kind of out the window. It looks good. You know, it's good for things to talk about, but, you know, when it comes down to it, you can look at things, and this is a loaded squad coming in here. They're coming here probably at one group I see has got them as a 4-point favorite. Doesn't surprise me a bit, you know, not at all. So, you know, what we want from Dublin, from the Dublin folks, is we want them to come out here and pack this stadium, because you're fixing to tell us what we're going to see.
Well, you know, probably when the season started, our first show of the year, if you go back and look and say, you know, ask me what I thought of our region, and I probably told you then that the team that probably would be the favorite to be our region champion this year would be Northeast Macon. Very well coached football team, the most physical group that I've watched on film this year. Offensively, their offensive line is very physical. They're really on their left guard and left tackle are big, huge guys. They tend to run the football behind them, whether it's run to them or pull them on the counter and run behind them when they go on the counter. So it starts up front for them offensively. However, a young man, I think, in a lot of polls last year was listed as the number 2 or number 3 running back prospect in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, Nick Chubb looking guy to me.
Yeah, I mean, he reminds me a great deal of a former Dublin great running back, Brian Wallace. Bubba Irish. Built a lot like Bubba, real thick thighs. Runs through any arm tackles. You're not going to arm tackle that young man. We're going to have to really run to the ball and gang tackle. But their quarterback is also a dual threat quarterback. He and Woodruff, the tailback, both ran for over 200 yards last week in their game against Ace Charter. So 200-yard running backs in the backfield at one time.
Yeah, they're putting numbers up just like we are.
Yeah, they are a phenomenal football team. Now, they did lose. You mentioned they lost their first game of the year to Peach County.
Okay.
Who I think Peach County's undefeated right now. Beat Northside the other night by 50 points. They did beat them in game 1. However, the running back was coming off a knee injury from last year and had not even didn't play in that game. So that had a lot to do with how that game went. But it's going to be 2 football teams that prefer to run the football, 2 football teams that defensively have really kind of shown their abilities. I thought Ace Charter is a really good football team. I still know they're a good football team. Northeast beat them 48-0 last week. So we're jumping all into the fire. We haven't had an opportunity yet to play a team the caliber of Northeast.
Good to have that ball game here in the Shamrock Bowl here behind us, Coach. It's going to mean a lot.
There's a couple of more out there that are on our regular season schedule that can give Northeast all they want. And we'll have to worry about them when that time comes. But right now, Northeast is playing as well, if not better than we are. I think it really has to come down to which team can play the most physical. And right now, I'm telling you, on film, they've been the most physical team in our region. And then after you go with that physicality, it's going to come down to turnovers. Who can handle turnovers? One of the things that we've really pushed with our young men this week is it's not going to be like it has been.
It's not.
Where every 2 to 3 to 4 snaps, you're ripping off a big play and having a big run for a touchdown. It won't be that way this week, and that's why, as you mentioned, crowd is very important for us.
It's going to be huge. Could be.
As we're looking right now, filming this show, everybody's trying to project what the weather's going to be. If it stands the way it is right now, we're going to have some bad weather come through here on Thursday, finishing up through the middle of the night, if you will, which is Friday morning into early Friday morning, and then it's going to be clearing out of here. So weather forecast looks like some bad weather on Thursday, but we should be clear by Friday night, and it'd be fairly cool. It's going to be wet, but the wet doesn't matter with this turf field. It'll drain out. The footing will be nice, and hopefully, good Lord spares anybody from any major issues with this weather. So make your plans to get out.
Right. We're going to encourage everybody in the city of Dublin, Lawrence County, whatever. If you want to see a really, really tough, top-notch football game Friday night, come out to the Shamrock Bowl.
That's it. We'd love to have you here. I think we might be the only game in town, as somebody told me. So if that's the case, love to have the Shamrock Bowl well represented from people not only wearing green and gold, but other people that are in Lawrence County that don't plan on traveling on the road Friday night.
All right, Coach, great show again today. I'm telling you, I hope everybody does come out. They're going to see a good football game, and we'll end the show with hopefully a good Irish victory Friday night, and we'll see you next week with a show with some highlights on Northeast.
Perfect, buddy.
It's football season, and just like your favorite team, Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan's success is built on our teamwork.
Ms. Johnson, I have got you scheduled for service at Dublin Chevrolet.
Hey Dave, I think I found the problem.
I might not have been a great ball player back in the day, but one thing about it, Don sells cars pretty good here at Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan.
Hi, I'm Tom Domine. Here at Dublin Wind Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Wind Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Bates Equipment Rental and Supply has everything you need to get the job done. Log on to BatesEquipmentRental.com and see our complete list of rentals. Bates Equipment Rental and Supply, 478-274-3000. Your local Toro and Dixie Chopper dealer.